Hello, beautiful souls, welcome. Today I'm here doing live readings. My name is Sadhana. I'm an intuitive reader and healer. Tuesdays is my live reading day on YouTube, so welcome. Please know that you are more than welcome to put your question into the chat. And as always, I will begin with a message for the collective and a way of allowing myself to focus on the energy of this day. And as I have been, so on Tuesdays before I go live with readings, I have a series that's been going on for some weeks now, some months, a thought-inspired series that is following the cards according to the Golden Dawn system, the Decanic Minors, and just really reflecting on the cards of Gemini and the challenges that those cards present. So I will also be very mindful of those cards and as they appear in readings today. It's not an easy place for any of us, and with a lot of air energy, I was really feeling okay. We do need a grounding deck. We need an earth-centric deck to help alleviate some of this airiness. And so I'm going to work with the Wildwood Tarot today. Hello to Donna and Rasta. Namaste to all of you. Hi, Laura and Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Hi Jen, welcome. And you know, Jen, I know that I said I was going to reach out to you, and I really do want to get together, and I've got to make this a priority. So please know that I haven't forgotten you, and that was not in, I meant that about getting out and contacting you. So lovely to see you here today. Hi Liz, welcome. Hello to Dee. Well, hopefully you can find some peace and comfort here and rest into these readings, Dee. Namaste to you. Okay. So what did I, who's jumped out here? The King of Vessels, the Heron. The Heron. Love the Heron energy. I'm just going to put him on the table just while I get going here. Here's the Heron. He wanted to be on the table. I love watching the herons, you know. They really are extraordinary birds. And so dignified. So dignified. The way they just kind of hang out there, and they know stuff. They know stuff. They know about the depths of the water. And yet they stay there, right? They know about the depths of the water, and yet they stay there. They stay there at the water, which is really interesting. Hi, Antoinette, welcome. Okay, what did I write? I wrote, last week, I suggested reflecting upon what your next adventure may be. And this was a prompt that came through the energy of the fixed grand cross and all that was opening up astrologically. Where is your compass pointing? Well, I'd say don't hop off your winged steed just yet. And that is a reference to the Knight of air energy, that it is definitely time to... I still think discernment is always a great gift, and perhaps this King of Vessels jumping out here is another reminder how important discernment is. And to one of the things we can do is if we hop on that great winged steed, is we can rise up higher and really look at the big picture. And so I'm kind of taken not taken aback, but just sitting here thinking about, okay, King of Vessels, yeah, that's a king of water, but there's something very all-knowing about the energy of the heron. In the Wildwood Tarot, the kings are the first court card. So this is the beginning of the water season. The beginning of the water season. So in this deck it goes air and then fire. So fire is centered over summer solstice. And so water is at the end of the summer and the beginning of the fall. Yeah. Anyway, just thinking out loud here. With Jupiter. So yesterday, today, the next few days, with Jupiter conjunct the North Node. This is big. So I want to suggest that today we be open to messages of all kinds that offer support and guidance for your journey here and now. Gemini season can be a tricky one to navigate. So let's look at the expansive, so Jupiter keyword, expansive gift of privilege of choice. Now also Jupiter is the ruler of the of this decan of Gemini. And so while lovers card, Gemini, choice, there's not everyone has choice, and it is a privilege. And rather than being overwhelmed by all of this, let's find its gifts, its strengths, and how perhaps these choices can keep us on path. Okay, hi Vange and Amanda, welcome, Janine. So perhaps let's ask right now, what is the message that the king, the heron, the king of vessels has to share with us? How can we know? How can we know? How can we fully commit to the path that lays ahead? Knowing that there's a lot of cards that want to jump out and be a part of this. The World card doesn't want to be shuffled in here. My goodness. What's my question? My question is, it has to do with listening. It has to do with choosing and committing to that choice and staying on the path, but also knowing that there is something very expansive that's happening here. And so we need to trust in this and not waffle back and forth. With the World card, which is one that has been showing up for me lately a lot, there is something that is opening, and perhaps that tree in that door in the World tree is opening up for you. Perhaps you have already navigated that labyrinth and you are ready to pass through. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards and see if I can weave a story for you. The Archer. Find focus. Find focus. Know this whole theme of bow, arrow, archer, strength. There's a tremendous amount of active energy here as well too, which sometimes can create the chaos within the air. So we need to, I think that's why the focus is so very important. Heron wants us to have big picture focus. There is an opening that is happening, otherwise the World card wouldn't be here. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Listen carefully. Wow. This is a big opening. Okay. If you're not familiar with this deck, I'll just give you a little bit of background on some of these cards. So the Blasted Oak, while this, you might think this is just another Tower card, it also has a little bit of energy of the Hanged Man, the Hanged One as well too. There's something also here too that feels, it's really, really transformative, and something that is not showing in these cards at all, but is speaking to me in a very powerful way, is that so alchemically speaking, sulfur, the symbol of sulfur, you know, the little point on the top and the way the sulfur symbol is drawn, the glyph for sulfur. Well, this is associated with the body position of the Emperor in the Thoth Tarot. We see this position often in the Hanged Man. We often see this leg position in the World card. Sulfur is fire. Sulfur is a Rajasic sort of energy that requires action. Lights, camera, action. We must be going forth. We must not hang back. We must allow this transformation to kind of blast through us, quite literally. Consequences, of course, are important. So is okay. Stay focused. Act. Don't be distracted. Keep coming back to why you started on this path. You may be, so I'm looking at the labyrinth and I'm thinking, okay, you may be circling back and you have been here before, but now this is your time. This is the time to go through the door. So you need to be brave enough to open up the door. Okay, so we have another court, but this is, I feel like she is taking you home. She is taking you home. You've been here before. You know exactly where you are going. So stay on your path and don't let others divert you from what it is that you feel from a gut level is who you are and what you are. I really feel like this is really big, and I want to capture this energy. I want to capture this energy of I just feel like this next few days we have this really big opportunity. So really, really pay attention to your path. Stay on course. And don't get bogged down by the mental chatter. Okay? Breathe. Breathe. They make a lovely different approaches to the same sort of thing. The salmon can't see the big picture, but knows it intuitively, knows it in their bones. They know exactly where they're going. Okay. All right. So I see you are already here. So let's go to Ange and let's weave this story for Ange. Angie. Sorry, Angie. Angie asks, into the man I'll marry. Have you already met this man? Okay. Allow me a moment just to rephrase the question. So this is for Angie. What is the energy that serves and supports Angie on her journey? So let the cards describe the kind of partner that Angie would be keeping an eye out for, but also knowing that when this soul crosses her path, that it just feels right. What is the energy of the partner that serves Angie long term in a marital partnership? As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. Okay. All right, Angie. All right. That's a nice card to get. Someone, it's like when you meet them, you recognize them right away. That I'm sure you've had that experience where you meet somebody and you haven't met them in this lifetime, but it just feels so comfortable. They make you feel like you're at home, and there's no guarding of energy. There's a lot of comfort, in this connection. So how can we describe that? They make you feel safe. They make you feel safe. They make you feel at home. So this person would probably, I was initially going to say they would be from the same culture that you are, but that might not necessarily be. It feels like they would welcome you with open arms. So for example, if they were from a different culture, it would be their family, their energy would be very welcoming of you. So you would feel safe and you would feel protected. You feel like you would know that there's a strength to the foundation of a partnership with this person. And then another energy would be so you said a man, right? A man's man, like a man who was active, someone who I don't know, for some reason the fire and the red hair thing is coming to be, but they are, I would say that they were athletic. They were somebody who liked the outdoors, somebody also who was principled, that they knew where they were going. They understood the path that laid ahead. So this is not somebody that's indecisive in any way. And it's a really nice sort of combination of earth energy and fire energy. So, yeah, you feel safe. And this person on the surface might feel maybe a little brusque. It's funny. I remember, and I'm sure you've seen this in movies. I remember one time I was on a having a drink with a military guy, US military, and genuinely I asked him a question about his military life, and he said, well, I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you, just sort of the standard military response to any question about military life. But what I'm feeling there for you is he knows who he is and he knows where he's going. Very confident. Okay. All right, Jen. All right, so reflecting on where we are astrologically, working with all that is around us, supporting Jen, supporting the beautiful Jen on her journey. What is her message today from the King of Vessels? And how might this message bring clarity, or I think focus is an important word today too. Help her to commit to her focus, to tighten up that focus a little bit. You're welcome, Angie. Cards knew exactly where they wanted to cut, Jen. This is very deep, ancestral energy. Now, you know this deck, Jen? So this skeleton and the scene that is here is so much like that bear. I'm gonna put your other two cards here, and then I'm gonna get the card that I'm talking about on the table. This to me feels like big old mama bear energy coming out of the closet. If you needed support, it would be coming through great grandmother energy, female lineage. I believe in this deck, she is the one I'm thinking of is the mother of stones, the mother of earth. And part of that energy includes someone who has endured a lot. And so when I look at this, and I know this does carry double energy as well too, and we'll talk about that, but there's something about this guardian spirit that is very strong. I almost feel like you're being asked or supported, like helping. There's your team in spirit is helping you to protect your family, to guard your family. Regardless of external chaos or judgments or what other people are saying, you are You are on a path. You know, this is your path. This is your path of standing strong, and it's like you're being asked to carry on a lineage. Now, what does this have to do with the 15th Arcanum? This has to do, so we're still in the mood of choice and freedom and your power. There's something about using your power well here. Two of arrows and 3 of vessels. Okay, so you do have a relationship card, a choice card, restoration, restoration of balance. And then on the other side, you have a card of emotional connection. So we have 2 and we have 3. We have both of these are cardinal energy. All of these cards, if you read these, the Golden Dawnwise are cardinal energy. They're all cards that are part of new beginnings, new paths, new openings for you. I'm going to read you just one line from John Matthews here. Just give me a second. The guardian spirit of the beast challenges those who would enter the cave of ancestral memory without understanding the darkness of their own nature. And with this too here, Jen, I feel like there's a part of yourself that wants so badly to roar, and it may be in defense of your family, but I feel like this is your time to let your whole self shine bright, and that fierceness that lives within you is not afraid to come to the forefront. And it's time. It's like there's a part of yourself that is no longer wants to, be hiding behind with any self-doubt. Oh, well, if I let people see that side of myself, they won't like me. This is not a time for this. This is you stepping into almost like a new level of maturity, a new level of growth, of power. And there is, when I see that 3 beside here, I feel like that is what brings others towards you. That is what, it's like, that's your commitment. If you can commit to that, then other things fall into place. So roar, my friend, roar. Okay. Alrighty. You're welcome, Jen. All right, we are going to go to Nina. All right, Nina, this is for you. No contact situation. Well, that makes it very difficult. What is the action, or what would Nina benefit from being aware of in regards to a potential relationship with him? As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good, and that no harm be done. So be it. Okay. I feel like there's an aspect. This is Seven of Stones. There's a piece of the puzzle in regards to your own self. Your own self-development, your own growth that is yet to be explored. And I would say that this is a card that is asking you not to be impatient. If you have opportunities for your own self-growth, self-development, to know that that is what is most important for you on your path at this moment. Things in your life are evolving. They are changing. They are perhaps moving in a direction that you're not expecting. And this feels very personal. It feels very personal. So what I'm saying here, Nina, is that if I'm to answer your question, I would say that it's not a good time to put energy into contacting him. It's not a good time to put energy into time, energy, money, into being with him. It feels like right now, in this moment, this time, this month, this next 6 months ahead, there's a part of yourself that would really, that also you would feel a lot better if you devoted time to yourself. And be open to changes. Be open to seeing things from a different way. Let life flow. Find yourself being a little more playful, joyful, and not consumed with getting married at this point. Okay? Thank you, Nina. Pari D. Thank you, Donna. All right. Let's go to Pari D. Agrawal. How will June month be for me in my college and academics, also for my earnings? Hello to everybody coming in. Welcome. And each of you that's having a reading today, I want you to think about your commitment to this decision and staying the course. There will be distractions. So it's really important that you take a big breath in and out and commit to this course. Okay. All right, this is for Paridi. Oh, this is a lovely card in response to your question. I'm just going to move towards, and I'm going to reflect on single cards going forward here because I see there's quite a few questions in the chat. I think June is going to build open a whole new path for you. It's going to be clear which way you're going. It's going to be, this is such a beautiful card, Paridi. Like, this is a building block from which you can find strength and solidity, strong foundation in your life. It is a gift. It really is a gift. Aces are full of potential. And so the opportunities, of course, you want to examine the opportunities that are presented very carefully. But this is a blessing, and it is a time of manifesting your intentions. And so I want you to honor the gifts that are presented. Okay. And if you were here at the beginning, we had a card that jumped out of the deck, and that was the king, the heron. And so keep that in mind as well too. There may be, this is Gemini season, there may be multiple offers that are presented. So you want to make sure that you step back a little bit, not rushing into a decision, but it feels really good. And there may be more than one solid offer that is presented. But I would say that either of these are a gift, and they will provide a new structure and a new foundation from which you can build and grow with success. All right. You're welcome. I believe Dental Mate is next. Thanks, Donna. Okay. When so Dental Mate, the tarot works the way that the tarot is structured. Things don't generally go beyond a year from now. So let's restructure the question to ask about the material success in the physical world. What is the energy around the material success in this physical world for Dental Mate? As always, we ask these questions be in the highest for the greatest good, and that no harm be done. And if these cards point to a particular time and date, I will of course respond to that. Whoa, okay. Okay, well, we can look at this card in a couple of different ways. If we're looking through a Golden Dawn lens, this is Sagittarius. And that is not the case in the Wildwood Tarot. I'm just going to double check where we are on the wheel. This also, when I look at this card, I'm thinking of Libra season as well too. There's this energy of balance and harmony. So I would say equinoxes, and we've already passed the vernal equinox. So the autumnal equinox would be an important time for you. There may also be decisions or important relationships that are presented at that time. Sorry, I should have had my wheel out here right now. Okay. So where are we on this one? So yeah, this one is this one is past in the Wheel of the Year. So this was Beltane. So it may, actually that's kind of a nice way to look at this. But so equinox. So this card is directly in this deck related to Beltane. So the equinox of the spring. There's something here definitely about Libra season as well too. And I don't know as well too if there is some sort of I don't know how to put this into words. There is some part of your life that needs to come into balance in order for everything else to fall into place. This is a really important theme. This is about recognizing and restoring equilibrium in your health, in your mental health, in your lifestyle choices. I would say this is pointing to an awareness of if I am well and I am healthy and I am mindful of the decisions that I make, then the universe will follow suit in supporting me in every way. And of course, Gentle Maid, if I'm reading this strictly according to this deck, then I would say next spring is the answer to your question. So true. Everything is disbalanced. Yeah. So focus on that. So piece by piece, don't overwhelm yourself. Choose one small thing in your life to bring more peace through balance. And then when that part of your life is feeling a little better, then choose one other small thing and do it step by step. Okay? Thank you. All right. Ayushi is next. Okay. Hello, Saskia. It's been ages. Welcome. Nice to have you here. All right, let's go to Ayushi. Now I've fully read this. Thank you, Jen. Okay. I have no problem reading reversals, but I don't usually shuffle my decks half up and half down. This feels very I don't know. I do. I like things orderly. Anyway, half the deck is sorted. All right, let's focus on Ayushi. How should I avoid procrastination and hard work and work hard? How should I avoid procrastination and work hard? This is a really interesting question in light of everything that I was saying at the beginning. So, Ayushi, after I've done your reading, I would suggest that you go back to the beginning of the video and watch the message for the collective that I did at the beginning, because this really speaks to what it is you are asking here. And so, in short, the message was about distractions. It's very easy to be distracted by other people's, and let's keep this around the mind and the thought and the voice and the opinions, the chatter of everybody else's thought and opinion is not what's important here. What's really important is what you believe and what you intend. So getting really clear on where you're going and what it is you are building and growing, and then committing to that. That's the theme for today, okay? This card is for Ayushi Awasti, and hopefully this card will help to bring clarity to that question. Okay. This is a great card to have. It's almost like a calling. It's like you are being called into this pathway. The moon is waxing. There is a waxing crescent moon. We are also now, the moon is in a waxing phase. It's in a growing energy, moving towards getting close to we're past the halfway point, getting close to the full moon energy. But what is your question? How should I avoid procrastination? Okay, listen to what is calling you. The drums in this deck are really important. Drumming. It's like a heartbeat. It's like a heartbeat. Listen to the drum. Listen to what is calling your heart. And focus deeply on that. The opinions and the distractions of other people are not serving you. So I would suggest, if you don't journal, is to spend some time writing what your, in your gut, in your heart, what is it that you truly want? Perhaps the procrastination has to do with you not being clear on where you're going and what you want. I'm going to read you the door is opening for you. The gateway is opening. You are being called into this path. So don't fear the direction that is calling you. I don't know how to say this in another way. So for example, right, maybe there's a brother or a sister or a mother or a partner. They all have their opinion about something. And what I'm saying is that's not what is important here. I remember when, oh my goodness, like many, many years ago, when I was in grade 12, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. But I listened to the school counselor. I listened to other people and let them choose my path. And it's not what I wanted to do. I really, really didn't like university. I changed faculties 3 times because I was somewhere where I was supposed to be, not where my heart was. And so this card is asking you to listen to your own heartbeat and to follow that. And yes, you thank the other people for their opinions and their wise counsel, but you know in your heart that you know exactly where you need to go. Okay? Thanks, Ayushi. Amrit. Okay, we'll get to Amrit in a moment. Lily Muse, hello and welcome to you. Amrit. Jen, you had the same sort of experience, hey? Yeah. Yeah. I was told, oh, you are far too clever to go to technical school. Why would you waste all that intelligence on technology school? Ugh. Where was the counselor who said, Susan, which is my name of birth, follow your heart, listen, go where you want to go, what makes you beat and what makes you thrive. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So this is not about me. This is about Amrit. And let's get an energy reading around Amrit's love life. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. All right. Amrit. Love this card. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, Amrit, but it feels like being in community with groups of others warms your heart, and perhaps that's where you meet the one that you feel most connected to. This group, this circle might also be connected to, it's when I work with the suit of fire, there's this beautiful intersection of, I do what I love and I love what I do. And when I hear people complaining about their job, about their work, it's because usually they're not on path. And for me, what I do is, everything in my life feels very much integrated for the most part. And so the circles of people that I gather with support me in every way. So this circle of friends, this circle of people are like-minded. and people that you feel inspired by and comfortable with. And it feels like in connecting with others, then it is there that you make that personal connection. And this is a beautiful card of personal connection. So say yes to the invitations where you gather with others. Perhaps in the most unexpected of ways, the person sitting next to you in the circle, will smile or physically get a little closer to you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Lawsuit results. Okay. All right, so what does Lily need to know about the lawsuit results? What is the energy around the lawsuit results for Lily? As always, we ask these messages be in the highest, for the greatest good, that no harm be done. Lily, this is for you. Okay, so this was our significator card for today. And I think this card coming up again is a reminder about choosing the big picture. And understanding that we can't always know everything. We can't always see. While there are many reflections in the pond, many, 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 we can't always know what is underneath the surface. And regardless of the outcome, someone will be hurt. Someone will be hurt. So it is very important, whether you win or you lose, that you rise above. There is some deep soul work that is an important part of this process for you. And so while you are looking at the small picture, and I don't say that to be, to belittle your life, lawsuits are big things, but the lawsuit is a reflection of something much deeper in your soul, much deeper in your soul's lesson, your life journey. What the result of this lawsuit will reveal is something that's very good for your growth, for your for you, your little S self and your big S self. My sense is that you will win, but there's so much more to this than meets the eye. So be kind to everyone involved. Rise above and know that there is much more below the surface than you can possibly be aware of at this time. This is very sensitive, very sensitive. So take the high road, okay? Very important to take the high road here. Okay. Well, so the way I'm reading this question, Viva, is that you're asking if there is a change, right? So what I'm looking for in the cards is, are you staying on this path, or is there a change of course? Okay. This reading is for Viva in the 30th day of May, 2023. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good, no harm be done. Is Viva staying on course, or will there be a change in the near future that would put Viva on another path? It's a very powerful card. I'm going to answer this in a okay. I've got a third card here, but I want to say something first. It is important that you feel strong, that you feel you have a say, that you make a difference, that you can put your heart into your work. That energy is an important part of who you are and where you're going. And so I think some time for self-reflection about the present job and asking these hard questions. Can I shine in this position? Do I feel strong in this position? Do I feel, like you want to feel like you can stand tall? And then I pulled another card which would suggest that indeed there is change, and that where you are presently will come to a natural close. And so if this causes any sort of feeling of defeat or failure, don't let that be the case. Know that what is opening for you will indeed make you feel stronger, more, I don't know, like at home in your own skin. So it's important that you don't hide away in your profession, that you be you, and that whatever sector you end up in is the one that feels good. And that will likely require letting go of where you are now. I feel like Spirit doesn't want you to be too comfortable. Spirit wants you to shine a little bit brighter. Okay? All right. I am going to close with that for today. And, oh, Laura has a question. Okay. All right. So the final reading today will be for Laura. And I will find Laura's question. You're welcome, Viva. Laura, you were here for the opening reading, right? The journey through the pain is part of the unfolding process. The pain is your teacher. The pain is showing you something. So understanding the energetic nature of the pain and where the pain lives in the body, where it connects to the energy centers, could be a wealth of information. It's not about getting over the pain or fixing the pain. It's about examining the pain and understanding the pain and knowing what the lesson of the pain is. And if the pain is still with you, the lesson isn't learned. So affirmations such as I journey through this pain, help me to understand its teachings. Reveal to me the lesson of this pain. How might I befriend this pain? Am I living with this pain for another? Am I in deeper service to my ancestors? Is this a karma that I carry for my lineage? And this is big work. This is really big work. And there are lots of it can be, this is not easy, Laura. It's not easy. And so I would strongly suggest working with like some sort of and I'll say a yoga teacher, but this is not about going to public yoga classes. This is somebody who understands the physical and emotional connections of things and working with this step by step. Yeah, I'm going to pull a card of inspiration for you. Okay, so we have a jumper. Okay, this is a cool card. Do. Okay. Creatively. This is Page of Bows. Fire. Element of fire. It's youthful. It's creative. It's that kind of attitude. I don't care what other people think, and I know this doesn't fit right now, considering that you are in tremendous physical pain, but this is the kind of child that walks on that doesn't walk straight down the path. My son had this friend who never walked on the sidewalk. He always walked on the wall that was next to the sidewalk. Or when he was riding his bicycle, he never rode it on the road. He rode it everywhere else. And he wasn't afraid. He just did it. And there's this, perhaps this is asking you to also examine any self-imposed restrictions that have come down to you through your childhood, to forgive, to let go of anything that has held you back from feeling free, from fully living life. And I would say I would go back to that point in your childhood where something really impactful happened. And this feels like forgiveness work, Laura. Feels like forgiveness work. Now, I haven't studied Pilates, so I can't comment on it. I don't know if that is the best fit. I feel more like something like Tai Chi, Qigong, something where the body learns to move with the breath, right? This is not about building core. And I don't know if that's what Pilates is about, but that's my impression of Pilates, but I can be totally wrong. I've never studied Pilates. Breathe. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe. And I want you to be a little bit naughty. want you to be a little bit naughty. Your long shadows. Stoat is an important guide for us. Where is your connection to the land? How can you improve it? What makes you energetic? Yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying, your long shadows. Like it's so I'll tell you another example. So think about training your dog. And yes, you know, depending on where you live, some people live where dogs can run free and wild, and it doesn't really matter what they do. But if you live in a urban area or a suburban area, most people walk their dogs on a leash, and the idea is that your dog walks on a leash, and you know, it's easy and enjoyable to walk your dog. The dog isn't pulling, and so you train your dog to walk beside you, and you have a little bit of slack in the leash, and you know, it's a good relationship. And I have somebody that my dog is very feisty. Amber is just so naughty, but she's learning how to walk well on a leash. And you know, sometimes I get tired of that, and she loves to play even when she's on a lead, and I just, you know, I kind of do something with the leash, and then she jumps up and she puts the leash in her mouth, and it almost looks like she's walking me, and we laugh and we have fun, and we let go of structure and how things are supposed to be. You know, it's important. Yeah. So stoat, yeah, stoat. One of the sentences here says kind of exactly what I was saying. I said about being naughty. Be indiscriminate and jump into the thick of things. But I want to go back, Laura. I want to go back. And just, there's something about the forgiveness of a childhood experience that feels very, very important to this. Spiritual, mental, and physical. Okay. That's good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. And if you missed the opening message and you have the time, please go back and listen to that message. And be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you don't subscribe already, please do so. I'll be back on Saturday. I have a series that I'm guiding on Saturdays, and we're going to look at the energy of the sun and all of the cards in the tarot that are connected to the sun. So this series is really fun, and it gives a different sort of awareness to the connection of cards, and I'm really enjoying this series. And you can hop in for one class, or you can sign up for the whole series. Yeah. Okay, have a lovely rest of your day, and I will also be back tomorrow, so I'll see some of you then. Namaste.